Hello, everyone. Welcome. We've never actually played this song all the way through. I've only listened to the first part, and I just happened to be dorking around with the music service and everything to make sure that I was crediting them, which I hadn't been before, and so I put that in the show notes, and I just let the song play its way out. It actually is cool at the end too. If I had an outro, which I tried one time, I would play it at the end. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, somebody's popping in here. Dana's got the keys. He can let himself in. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I am good. Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for coming by. Hello, Cosbricks is here. Andrew Sada is here. Moto is here. How are you, sir?
I like
game day. Is it game day? Are you referring to the Atlanta Braves as game day today?
No, I believe he's referring to that show that we enjoy watching that we sit and talk about on Mondays.
The
game, as it were.
The game. Okay, I got it.
Game day.
I actually got to spend some time engaged in a conversation with Sam from the show through social media. Had a good conversation. He is a space guy. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
Really?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me find his Flickr because.
I know he's a Star Wars guy, but I didn't know he was a space guy.
Yeah, I guess he built Star Wars, so I assumed he'd be into space. So, but
yeah. What is his Flickr handle? I was just on it today. Raspberries.
Is he not on the IG?
His Flickr handle is the guy who keeps on winning Lego Masters.
Yeah, right. The Canadian
guy
winning Lego Masters, right?
Another Canadian victor.
Yeah, but he talked about that he was friends with folks on the Bricks and Beer Discord, and that he knew our stuff, me and Mark's stuff from back in the day.
Well, you guys are famous. I mean,
whatever. Groovy Bones is his title on the Flickrs. Hang on a second.
Did you say he's on Bricks and Beer, or he just knows people who are on it?
I don't know if he's on. I know he knows people on Bricks and Beer. So here, let me share the tab.
Well, everybody knows Simon, so.
But he's been on Flickr for 15 years, so he knows the stuff. He knows Old Space and all that kind of stuff.
So he was on Flickr when he was 7?
Yes.
Which is entirely possible.
Yeah, it is possible, actually.
It is entirely possible.
Share screen. But super nice guy. He talked some inside stuff that I won't share on the show, but check this out. He built a cool hangar. This is not Star Wars.
No.
Very nice.
That is very, very spacey.
Yeah, look, all the hoses there behind that greebling back there are really cool.
Hoser.
Take off he is a hoser. He's Canadian.
I like the fact that he found a use for those annoying propeller parts that I never know what to do with.
Oh yeah, he did.
No, I mean it looks really good to me.
Yeah,
it's a good. It's actually a very Star Warsy, but yet not at the same time.
It looks like the little ship that comes off the Ghost.
The Phantom, you mean?
Phantom, yes, thank you.
Get away, you Star Wars poser.
Check this out.
Oh, man.
Look,
yeah.
That's a really good Bomar monk.
Yep. Very.
But look at the face. It's made out of the backpack from a proton pack, and it's got this guy. That's his brain hooked to the.
Yeah, and that's actually his helmet is actually from Nexonite season 3.
Yes, it is. That's a very nondescript Star Warsy transport, but it's a YT whatever. That's pretty cool.
I dig that.
Yeah. I like the engines in the back. That's really cool. Nice little touch of greeble there. So he built interiors. There's a good guy, right?
Nobody cares about interiors.
No, we do. It's just you.
This is pretty amazing here. This interior here.
Oh, I love this botanical stuff going on there. I don't know, the little micro ship in the distance with a force perspective. That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that took to set up. Ooh.
Yeah, this is non-space, but look at that.
Wow. look at that waterfall. Are those orange trees?
Yep. They're-
Yeah. All right, so I can't look up Sam Mainberg on Flickr. So what is his handle?
On Flickr,
Oh yeah,
it is Groovy Bones.
Groovy Bones.
That is not the name I would have guessed for Sam.
And there's a Star Warsy thing, and look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Ooh.
This
Ooh,
is a
that's
Star
cool.
Wars scene, but it's his own.
Why does he only build small?
Yeah, right. So this is really good stuff, amazing stuff. But I looked through like cool bots and everything.
So when is he coming on the show?
As soon I will talk to him maybe about
Oh,
Monday
Chris.
and everything. But he attempted to build this ship that I built. So, but I took crappy pictures of. I built this ship. It's still in storage and everything. And so he was attempting to build it as well.
Yeah,
So
the houndstooth.
mm-hmm. He said that was his only attempt at ship timber, and he would not try it again. So I love this. Here is a chart of brand loyalty and element purity versus element neutral brand loyalty. That's hilarious.
All right, so I obviously am not doing Flickr correctly because I can't even find Groovy Bones.
Okay. Oh, never mind. Because I was gonna say I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah,
But he's not Groovy Bones on Instagram, is he?
Yeah, he's Groovy Bones.
All right, I'll look him up there.
How it's ever interesting is that when I just search for Groovy Bones, it's giving me things that I would not have expected.
Of course.
you don't have your. I put it in the private chat for us.
Oh, I was already following him on Instagram.
Here, actually, I will put this link to his photo stream and everything. I suggest if you do the thing, you follow him. That was a great conversation. He's super kind, super nice, and talked a lot about. He knows. I think he's watched the show, and which is really cool. And
so it's Groovy Bones, all one word for those of you who are listening.
And Groovy has 2 O's, so it's not Grovy Bones.
Right. Now I understand why I was having problems finding things.
Brick Jada, hello. Moto is here. Hello. Fat Daddy Bricks is here. If I haven't said hello, Cos Bricks and Andrew. All right. So, hang on. Let me wear this in honor of my friend. There we go. Put a little stocking cap on. There we go.
Chima.
One day I will grace you all with my Hannah Montana wig. I gotta have more energy.
I personally think that you just look like Natalie all grown up when you went.
I've gotten that comment from more than one person.
It's uncanny how it's just, mother and daughter. You guys,
You need to get Natalie some glasses, and you guys, can be side by side.
She's been blessed with 9 not terrible eyes. So.
Oh.
Well, you should do the opposite mini me thing. Dress up like the whatever, but your girls, the Dr. Evil kind of thing. That would be
we wanted to go one year as Emily Brown, Dr. Emily Brown, and Martina McFly, but we didn't get it. Maybe next year. That's another idea that we've just never executed on. Don't you think that'd be a great idea?
Good idea. Great idea.
So I built this really quickly. It's not my best. I need to do a little bit more. I'm gonna tile over the ends of the flower, but my nurse from my first round of chemo was like the nicest nurse ever, not to insult any other nurses out there. So I made a little white iris because I didn't know what else to build. So I didn't just want to put a botanical in a vase or something. So we built this week.
That is very cool.
That's very thoughtful.
She was so nice. Do you understand? Like, she's dealing with some grumpy, unhappy people, and she's almost sat with me the entire time. And they got like other people there they have to take care of. So she was just so nice, and I was really scared. So it was appreciated. So I made her a little vase with a bearded iris.
Nice.
My attempt at being botanical, and then because I'm bored and miserable, I keep buying custom figs, and
But those I am actually jealous of those figures.
I think he still has
Right.
some.
I need you to shoot me the link on that because I think I need that Ahsoka for sure.
The middle one is awesome.
Yeah, the middle one glows in the dark. The lightsaber and the head glow in the dark, and it's all Lego. It's all printed on Lego.
Those are friggin' awesome.
Yeah, Luke glows in the dark, which is fun. But
The Vader's got a helmet, right? The white helmet.
yeah, let's just say, don't know where he got the white helmet, but he got a white helmet. But the rest is, it's all the Ashoka headpiece is aftermarket. I think it's Clone Army Customs because again, if y'all try to buy that many Ashoka headpieces, that fig is not $20 anymore. It's more like 50, 60. So, but I'm gonna make some Halloween habitats for Jen's Halloween habitat challenge brick family builds. So I'm gonna use these and make some habitats. And that's all I'm up to. Did you want to show your mock? Oh, hold on a second.
Let's see it.
Go get it, baby. She made a Halloween trick-or-treating mock. Classic 16 by 16 base plate. Is it going to come over? Okay. Well, come back to us. We've had some breakage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Come back. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay. We'll come back.
Oh, no, hold on.
Oh, we're back.
Too late.
Quality show.
Okay, hold on. We had to put Chonky Cat back in there because apparently Chonky Cat is key.
Yes, Chonky Cat is key.
But yeah,
That's awesome.
That is
like
fantastic.
I like it.
little
It's
16 by 16 mini doll vignette.
very, very
Very
fall. Those
Oh,
trees
and then I bought the Up House, even though I still think it's overpriced. It was on Amazon, I think, for Prime Day for $47.99. I still think it was a $40 set, but I went and bought it before it's no longer available.
When we went to Brick World Chicago, I was tempted to get it, but we did a parts draft, so I made sure I got the dog, which was the main thing I wanted out of the
Jeff,
set.
are you here, Jeff? Can I thank you? If I did not have my parts draft giant green axles, I would not have been able to build this.
Gotcha. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why do you want to
Thank
thank me?
you, Jeff, for doing my picks. It was most excellent. My hats have been used and my axles have been used, and I'm sure I'll use everything else. But I remember that today because I'm like, damn it, do I have those axles? And yes, I do. In fact, I think I have 4 more.
Nice. Very cool. Oh, there's Aubrey. Hello. Chunky Cat is always in her quote. Yes, it is. Let's wish Aubrey.
Which is awesome. Which is just awesome.
Isn't that an Elton John song?
Wish Aubrey could
Wish
be.
Aubrey.
I thought.
Chunky Cat.
Oh,
Chunky
yeah. That's true.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Rich the next time he's on.
Actually, that would be a really, really funny parody to do. I'm not doing it, but to do a Lego video with Chunky Cat, that would be hello. That would be amazing. Hello there, Stever. Hello. Another week? Is that a hint or a clue?
I think it's because it only lets you change your screen name every so often.
Oh, is that right?
Unlike StreamYard, where we can change it on the fly, I think YouTube makes you only allowed to change it once every so often.
Oh, I got you. We'll change it, or we'll make
Always a new screen name every show. That's the rule.
For you, because that's your thing. That's your thing.
Let's go check on. I hadn't talked to him in a while. Captain Xavier, how are you today, sir?
I am doing fantastic. It has been a while since I've on. I think since the last time I was on, I've been to Europe.
Whoa.
I went to Günzburg. I went to Legoland Deutschland, and I got the minifig to prove it.
Did you
That
sleep
sounds like
any?
that's
you
not like
sleep-
something we would tell. Hey man, just go to Goonsburg, dude. You know, or something.
Yeah.
Did you sleep in any strangers' yards?
Yes.
Nice.
In France this time.
Sweet.
So we went to Gunzburg. Primarily, we did not budget nearly enough time there. We went to the factory store where you can buy Lego by the kilogram. We brought an extra suitcase each. I traveled with a friend, and we brought an extra suitcase each just for the Lego that we were going to bring back.
Ooh.
That is the only way to travel.
They also have a whole building just for minifigs, and it's $2 a minifig, and they had all the new stuff. So all the stuff from the 90th anniversary castle. I got lots of fig parts there.
Sorry, $2 for an entire minifig?
Yeah, fig,
Oh my
helmet,
gosh.
one accessory.
That
Wow.
sounds expensive. Very expensive.
It got real expensive real quick, but we budgeted for it.
cool. All right.
That's
why you had to. That's why you needed to sleep in the yard. You couldn't afford hotels after that.
Exactly. We could not afford hotels. We did also, while in Germany, in Frankfurt, went to a store called Blue Bricks, which is all knockoff Lego.
I'm
All
familiar.
the parts from China, as far as we could tell. Didn't have any minifigs, but they did have swords.
Ah,
That's a lot of swords.
And blank shields and all kinds of other parts that Lego does not actually make, including, and I was able to make these. See if you can spot the parts that I'm pretty sure Lego doesn't make. I was able to make some interesting field cannons.
Cannon.
Part, obviously.
And the muzzle and the back of the barrel are black buckets, which I don't think Lego makes a black bucket, do they?
I agree with you. I think they only make them in brown.
Well, no, they do make them in a couple of colors, but
They make
I
them
don't
gray,
think
but I
black
don't
is the
think they
color
make
that they do.
black.
Yeah,
is
I
not
do
one
want
of
a
them.
metallic.
And
Like
then the knob back here is not a Technic knob; it's the Lego ball joint on a stick.
It's actually ball with one L bar.
Yeah, and pretty sure those only come in dark gray normally. So
They come in a couple. They come in a couple of translucent colors as well.
I do
But
that.
yes, but I don't think they come in black yet.
A slightly smaller field gun. Ugh, you can see the side by side. And it uses a fez as the muzzle, which does exist in Lego.
Okay, how many pounder is that one?
That would probably be this one would be a 6-pounder probably. This one would probably be closer to 12.
That was for Dana.
That was probably that was so well executed on both parties.
I have also been the chart previously about brand loyalty. I've got a bunch of interesting figs that I've recently created.
Ooh.
These are using stickers from the Netherlands.
Oh, I like that yellow with the red rib.
Is that from the My Brick Sticker Shop?
Yep.
Those guys are awesome. They do good stuff.
Yep. I also have these, which have the armor style from the Yellow Castle that a friend of mine SLA printed for me.
Very cool.
And then I have the stickers on them.
Cool.
So I have those tabards in both light gray and in black, and then put stickers on them. I also have some fascinating figs from the 100 Years' War era.
Did they look like that in the 100 Years' War?
Well, these are tabards. These are uniforms that were worn during the 100 Years' War.
Got it.
This one in particular was the Black Prince of Wales. So those look neat. And then this one over on, no, which side is it? This side. That's a War of the Roses era figure, but I got these stickers from Netherlands to put just the regular Lion Knight on it over the logo that used to be there, and I think it came out looking really cool. And then the shield is also a brick stickers shield. And then I discovered something. It's kind of sad when the knockoff Legos actually are slightly better than the real Legos.
What?
So if you look at the legs on these, this fellow is an official Lego one, and they only have printing on the front, whereas the knockoff on the other side has printing that goes all the way around.
Oh my!
They print on butts.
Yeah. So they got the tabard and the chainmail going all the way around, and it's it makes a difference. It really does look better.
Nice use of the splat gears. I like.
Right. I thought that was clever.
Oh, that is clever.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. My Lego armies continue to grow. I've outgrown another drawer. I have to work on my storage because my Lion Knights have expanded thanks to Legoland.
Time to knock out a wall.
Yeah, or switch to bigger drawers. I need to start actually outfitting all of them. Luckily, I bought an ignorant number of swords in Germany. Yeah, I went to a Lego store in Frankfurt as well, and it was just like a Lego store in America.
Except for everything was in German.
Yeah, prices were about the same because euro and the dollar were fairly close. But yeah, it was a fun trip. We flew into England, saw the HMS Victory, which is one of the big warships that I built. The 104 gun that I built is modeled after the Victory, so getting to see the real one was really cool.
Could you board it?
What?
Were you allowed to board it, or did you?
Oh
see
yeah,
it?
I got pictures. We went all the way down into the hold. We saw the cannons. We saw where Nelson was shot. We saw where Nelson died. It was cool.
Is it original or recreation?
It's the original, mostly.
Wow.
Well, it's rapidly becoming the Victory of Theseus. Kind of like the USS Constitution. Very, very little of the USS Constitution is the original wood at this point. Same thing with the HMS Victory, because the Victory was just in water for 100 years, just in port, and so it got a lot of damage, and then they took it out of port, and they stored it badly, and everything warped, and so now they're trying to save it.
I think this is the second time we have had the Theseus referenced on this show.
Oh,
It
yeah?
is.
It is. Because
Great.
we talk about the fact that if you were doing set restoration,
Yeah.
that is it the actual set anymore? Because maybe some parts are not from the original set, but you have replaced them with OEM pieces.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
therefore,
Yeah, I've had that philosophical discussion of at what point can you say you really own the set?
Well,
If
you
I
have to
buy
have
a set that has all the parts to make a smaller set, do I have both sets?
if you have the instructions, some people would say yes.
I
personally say
I
you
don't
don't
have
need
enough
the
parts to
instructions.
actually build them both at the same time.
You can build them both at the same time. You technically own both sets.
I see.
That's my philosophy. That's my philosophy. There are some right-wing purists who will say that no, you must have the instructions to claim that you have the set.
I see. So only
Well,
the book actually counts.
You could even say that if you have all the pieces, you have the build of the set. But then you can then say you have the complete set when you have the books and the box and all the things. So
Listen, if you don't have the original perforated bags, it doesn't count.
For some purists, you're absolutely right.
You threw some of the original package away. You no longer have a complete set.
If you don't have the receipts from 1988 when you bought the set, void.
It better
you don't
have the
wrapping paper from the birthday party you got it in. Get out.
It needs to have the original Toys R Us price orange sticker, and then another one where it went down just a little bit. 2 prices.
If you don't have a sealed piece of the birthday cake from the party,
or the Walmart sticker where it's on sale for 1 penny less than was the manufactured retail price.
If you don't have a recording of your reaction when you opened the set, doesn't count.
If you don't still have the little sprue holder in between the 1x1 rounds, you're out.
That's just a given. Yeah. No, if you've taken the feathers out of the little wheel, doesn't count.
If you took the cape out of the cardboard box,
absolutely. If you have so much as sniffed the box, it no longer counts.
In fact, you need to not have bought the set to have the set. If we keep going,
if it's not still in a Toys R Us somewhere, it doesn't count.
If you brought the set home and looked at it, it's no longer new. It's used.
Look, if it left Denmark at any point, it doesn't count.
I love the level of absurdity we've taken this.
I love how this sounds like a Jeff Foxworthy.
Lego that I'd never owned. But anyway.
I love how this is starting to sound like a Jeff Foxworthy skit. Maybe a redneck if.
Yeah. Well, I've always said that I should do a little bit that you might be an AFOL if, because I think
No,
that's
that'd
funny.
be funny.
Yep, that would be good. We could all
If you've
contribute
ever
to
added
it.
on to your house to hold your Legos, you might be I did that once. So if you've ever bought a house mainly because you're like, that's where my Lego's gonna go, and I've done that too. So
Yeah.
all right, let's go and let's check out Jeff Van Winden. Jeff, it was in the chat checking on what the Wish Aubrey. You must have missed that episode of Lego Masters or whatever with us or something.
No, he was here. He was here, but it was
here.
it was when the chat died. It was when the chat died.
Yeah, I still don't get it. But anyways, Wish is a site in the States, right? Like a website.
Yeah, Wish is where you get like cheap knockoff stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
And it's actually not in the United States. It's actually in China.
Okay, sorry. And I've never had direct.
Never been to China.
contact.
I understand.
So she's the knockoff Aubrey, basically, is what we're
Yeah,
saying.
okay, now I understand. But we knew her
We
first.
don't actually think that. Aubrey's awesome. So
She's the original. We've known her before.
that's right.
Yeah,
This is true.
yeah. We don't have her instructions, but no, anyway. That didn't sound right either. Yeah, I'm sorting. I'm trying to get done this weekend. I'm currently sorting my favorite color of dark blue. And I've got white and light gray left, and then that table back there, which is all the like accessories and like windows and all that stuff that's scattered throughout the room. So excuse me, my goal is to have it all sorted this weekend, and then tackle trying to figure out how to store the castle in its bins in my back room, which will be, you know, a bit of a feat, I would say. I've got a fridge in that room I'm going to take out and bring upstairs and all that fun stuff. Anyway, get rid of the fridge because I don't need it. But anyways,
Y'all need fridges. Y'all need fridges in Canada. That's kind of.
this is actually like the fridge. Like it's a fridge or freezer. It's like the second one in the house. It came with the house when I bought it. I didn't want it. It just was here. So it works. And I just.
Well, he's got a teenage boy, so he probably has to keep like 2-3 liters of milk on hand, just so you know.
No, milk doesn't really work well for our family.
He's not a
Hey,
drinking.
way to use the metric on that. It was not a gallon or half a gallon of milk. It was liters. So good job.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was bags of milk, for the record.
Yes,
Forget.
Yes.
Forget.
I did while I was unpacking bins this week. I did find a couple of like tokens from Bricomanie when we were there in Quebec. This is from one of the guys who was on our chat. It was Sylvain. I'm just trying to get better lighting there. So it's got his little alligator crocodile logo on there. He's a GBC fan builder, and it's like, wow, j'adore. I love it, or I like. And then I also got this little interesting monkey character from Brickenback.
That's fun.
Monkey.
That's cool.
Which I thought was really cute. So, and then
It
I
would be
someone in
awesome.
here.
The monkey one, if it had a little crank on the side, would be hilarious.
And then there was a little tile as well that someone had, like a round tile that was printed with just like a, black and white square motif.
It's like a yin and yang kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Hey, this is a family show.
okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but other than that, just trying to get that done. I'm currently in a state of, I guess, builder's block. I don't know what to build next. I have things I want to build, but I just haven't started tackling it yet. One of the things I'm thinking of building is my office, which is part of the Royal York Hotel block that I've got, like goes behind in front of the train station. But my office is like an off color. It's not clear, transparent. It's not dark gray. It's kind of in between. It's like a I don't know. It's hard to say the shade of it, but it's like a transparent color, but it's not one that we have a lot of parts in. I would say it's almost trans black, but we don't have any of the new trans black parts yet. So I don't know. I'm at a loss for how to build it right now. Let's put it that way. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on.
And you don't have the pressure of a show coming up to really motivate you. Is that what you're saying?
No, well, I mean, the next show will be Atlanta Brickco, or Atlanta BrickCon, I mean. And I'm
Don't make that confusion.
Yeah. It's one letter off. Come on.
It's man, there's way too many
4 months.
There are way too many names that are too close to each other that people get all wonky about, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that it's
It's
Atlanta
like-
BrickCon and there's Seattle BrickCon or there's wherever BrickCon, you know, it's kind of like everybody gets mad because there was San Diego Comic-Con and then everybody else had whatever, but now it's Comic-Con wherever, even though it's not. So it's fun. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, and now you've got bricks, the Brick Universe. You've got the Brick
Fest.
whatever city BrickCon, which is a subsidiary or a broke off from all that kind of stuff. I can't keep track.
And Brickfest Live, is that thing still going on?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, there's one of those coming to like Albany or Columbus, Georgia, or something like that, and then there's one going to the BJCC in Alabama. My friend is like, "Are you doing this?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." So that is not my speed. Well, he's like, "Will my kid like it?" I don't know. I will say yes, and then I'll pray for you because just in case I've ruined your life, I want to add that in. So
I will say yes, and then I will pray for you.
yeah, but
so classic Giddens. So classic.
And speaking of Lego stores, just some news. If you are in the Atlanta area and go to Bricks and Minifig, specifically tomorrow between 1:30 and closing, you will see Fazoom Jr. in person because he is working at the Bricks and Minifigs in Johns Creek. So he is an official employee. He enjoyed his 5 hours today. He will enjoy his 5 hours tomorrow, but the 8 hours he has on Saturday with 2 birthday parties will make it interesting. So
Does he answer the phone? Can we do prank calls? That could be fun.
that would be fun. Although it seems like every time I call, Chris Loomis answers the phone. So, but anyway, he had a great day. He had his little. He could bring it home. He's got his Bricks and Minifigs apron and all that stuff, and I'm excited for him because number one, he can get me a discount, but more importantly, he can pay for his gas and insurance now. So that is the best part of my universe right now. So
your Father's Day present just got better.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. All right. Let's go to our resident evil minion planning to take over the world, petting his cat. How you doing, man?
So Chris wasn't here Monday, but we had Leia and Luke were both guests because it was the cat themed Lego Master review show. And tonight when I walked upstairs, she was downstairs with Thomas, and I peered over the banister and I'm like, come on up, it's time for a Lego show. And then I came in here and shut the door and I didn't think anything of it. And then I went to walk out and she was standing outside the door. She wanted to come in. So she has fallen asleep in my arms. So I will not be tossing her just to show you stuff, but I do have some show and tell. Got a nice little delivery from Lego. So I got my bestseller, and we have lots of plant parts in there. So we have some of the new lime green pieces, olive green, and white three petal pieces. So that's kind of fun. There's also the little baby puma or tiger, and there's another animal in here somewhere. It's not showing up on screen. Oh, there's a couple red squirrels in this. So that was exciting. Always good to look at the USPS advance notice and see that something's coming from Chicago, from what is it, Romeoville or something? I think that's where the warehouse is.
Romeoville is correct, sir.
Yeah, that's when I see that, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a fun delivery. But let me switch cameras here. And it's been a really tough semester. I took on too much, and I have not done really any creative building. I'm just kind of fried by the end of the day, but we did finish some Lego sets, and so we did the downtown area, which has a lot of great color in it, and lots of different plants and stuff like that. I particularly like the ice cream cone that has plants growing out of it. Some really nice. The fountain is really well designed, and then sticking with our Friends theme, we finished the Botanical, which really feels like you got half of a building as it's completely open on the other two sides. Other than the clear dome pieces, I probably have the right parts to just build another mirror image of it on the other side. So that might happen going forward. And then everyone's favorite Wookiee, Chewbacca, he still has the original teeth. I haven't rebuilt it with the other the toothy suggestion. Boy, I tell you what, if you ever want to stock up on odd numbered bricks, there's a ton of 1x3s and 1x5s in this set. And if you want a ton of brown sliced bows and half bows, this is a parts pack right here. So it'll look good in my Star Wars office. So I'm pretty excited about that one. And I also finished the helmets. So I'm all caught up on Star Wars helmets in my Lego room, and I'll put Chewie in there pretty soon. And then tonight is the kickoff of the Detroit Red Wing season. So I'm wearing the hat, and Winging It Motown is a reference to the Red Wings blog that I read occasionally. So after the show, we're going to go down and watch hockey. It's being recorded right now. They're probably going to lose to New Jersey. But anyways, I'm excited to watch hockey again. So,
well, I'm watching baseball as we're doing the show. So, that's
well, you can spoil that because I'm not going to watch that. You can give me an update.
Yeah. I will make happy noises when things are going well, and I will stop paying attention to the show when it's going badly, and which happened earlier because anyway, I'm not going to discuss it. Anyway, it's still nothing. So we're still okay. So
okay, so we're neutral. Yeah. So you have a neutral affect right now.
I do. If you see me throw the hat, that means the other team scored. So,
and I would like to pretend that I shaved my head just to show solidarity here with Pink Wheels, but it kind of looks like this all the time. I did shave it just so that I got a nice clean wash, but it's kind of a every 10-day thing for me at my house. So.
I got you. Although I will say the time I was bald, it was nice getting up in the morning and going and done. Right. I mean, that was just it. Right. So I get it.
The other weird thing though, is that right after I shave the head, if it's a largish hat, it slips because there's no little tiny hair pieces to give it friction. Like if it's a fresh cut, and I've got a slightly too large hat, it'll go sideways and stuff. And I'll be like, I need my hair to grow out a little bit before I wear that, 7.5 diameter circumference hat because I'm in a 7 3/8 kind of guy. So
yeah, I think I can't. I used to know I used to buy fitted hats or one or two, and I knew my hat size. I don't anymore. All right,
let's go. That we have completely lost not just the people in the chat, but also the people in the stream.
That's right.
There are entire YouTube channels devoted to hats. So
you know what?
Yes,
that's just one of them.
That is for hat enthusiasts. This show is for Lego enthusiasts.
Well, here is a Lego hat enthusiast.
Yeah, there's a Lego hat enthusiast right there on camera.
Yeah, there you go. Tell us about the hat, man.
He's oblivious.
I'm not oblivious. It's just I can't get a word in edgewise between the chatty Cathys.
Well, your mic is cutting off when there's noise, I noticed today. So it's the one things. But anyway, what's going on in your world, man?
I wear 7 5/8, and I'm working on some little parts that I'll show you the pieces parts. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's something that Simon will get really excited about, but this is what I've got so far.
Ooh, I like that.
Interesting.
That's awesome. That is new field and era colors for you, and I like it.
So yes, I have a little project I'm working on. And I don't want to say any more than that at this juncture. But Small Paul is not here, but I did notice that the Small Paul figure was having adventures over yonder. And so I picked up the Small Paul figure to see what he was doing, and he's
it's got a very Rambo
smile on his face.
I pulled these from Midgard, from a place called Texas, called Des and Troy.
I got that reference.
This was what the Small Paul figure was doing over there. So, those are the adventures that happen on that side of the room.
It seems like he's
those
being
are
introduced to
excellent
John Woo movies too.
Well, I mean, when we were at Brick World, Carter Baldwin very kindly gave Small Paul that huge bag of brick arms. So we have more brick arms than we know what to do with.
Ah,
But, yeah.
sounds like maybe it's time for him to watch Rambo. He could do the assault on the village or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could build the weapon racks from the Matrix, you know, where they're in the white
Yes.
racks and racks of guns go flying past it. Like we could build that. We have so many brick arms.
Well, that reminds me of high school, but all those racks were in trucks when my schoolmates drove by. But anyways,
That
You,
could be
you might be a redneck.
that could be Small Paul's flex. You know how some people will do those things where they have rows of a certain figure. He could just have gun racks, rows and rows of gun racks.
Yeah, he could.
Hey y'all, I gotta get going. I'm sorry I'm missing out on the rows and rows of brick arms.
Goodbye.
night.
Yeah. Stop it.
you won't hit the button anymore. Good night.
This is like I'm inside the car unlocking it, and Chris is pulling on the handle. Unlock it.
By the way,
Oh, me.
one of my favorite moments in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is when Chris Pratt's yelling to Nebula to open the door.
Yeah.
Love it. Made me laugh.
So funny.
Made me laugh.
And there was a moment like that in the Goonies too, when the guys are trying to escape from the jail at the very beginning of the movie, and he's like, "Let go of the handle." I don't have the handle. I actually watched that with Paul this weekend, so it's fresh in my mind.
Oh, so he has had his Goonies introduction.
He's seen it before. I've played it for him in years past, but he actually was happy that I was putting it on. He's like, "Oh yeah, this movie's hilarious." So
It's a classic, kid. It's a classic.
It is. All right. Well, let's check in with Mr. Dana. How are you today?
I am doing well. It's been a fun Lego week for me. I'm all Lego giddy. So I did get, first and foremost, the Marvel 2 CMFs. There are some really cool figures in here. It was worth the wait. I went in with Shannon and Will in the lug on a case, so I didn't have to go fumbling and trying to get a little scale to weigh these. I did pick these all up. These are fantastic. I thought of Mark and that he would appreciate the fact that Kate comes with Pizza Dog.
yeah, the most important character in the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
Yes.
Freaking exactly. The fact that we got Pizza Dog is awesome. I will say the fact that we do have another Wolverine is key, and the fact that he's in the yellow, which is great.
Wait, did you say you had read the Matt Fraction series?
No, I had not read it. But I did go and look, and I did understand a lot of the references because I'd been around people who did talk about it, and I actually knew I've met Matt Fraction at conventions in the past. So
I've met him, and he owes me money.
we don't talk anymore, and he knows why.
Part of the reason why I love Pizza Dog so much is the Matt Fraction Hawkeye series. There is an entire issue told from Pizza Dog's perspective.
What?
That's awesome.
The whole issue of the comic is told from Pizza Dog's perspective. That is beautiful.
That's just
Why
good.
I love
That's just
nerds.
good comic book writing that Hollywood will try to screw up and often does. But I mean, these figures are fantastic. I mean, I love the She-Hulk figure. I mean, the fact that she comes with a cell phone that she's talking to Matt Murdock on it. Great little nod to the show. Very, very funny. Agatha, I'm excited to see her show when they do that, because I think that was just a great breakout character, and the actress who does it just fantastic. Hank McCoy is just a great figure. The fact that we get a little X-Men mug is also fantastic. And then this is the figure that comes with that little piece that's new with the bar and the stud with the angle. That's kind of cool. And then while the Moon Knight figure is fantastic, I think this is really cool. But my favorite figure out of this has got to be Storm, because her cape is spot on. Her mohawk is a much better mohawk than we've seen from the rubbery version. It's a molded plastic one. It's fantastic. It makes me want to do the Morlocks version when Rogue lost her powers and she first does the mohawk, because this just screams Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee era Just love that whole time frame. Or was that a John Byrne era? John Byrne. I'm sorry, that was a John Byrne era. But
Is that the David Byrne era?
No, get your head out of the gutter. Same as it ever was. The other thing that was cool this week is that I got in and built the Viking Village. If you want to, you can check out my Instagram. I do a little recap on this whole bit. Now, I hope those.
No way, eh?
I have to share this because I found it oddly hysterical. Because while I was doing my review on Instagram of the Viking Village, I made a reference about. I said something about. I really love this set. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be doing a review of it. And I said, well, that's not true. I could do a review of a set that I didn't like. However, I won't have the set wind up in a bin of bricks. And I made it as a very blatant reference to a certain Lego master of Falworth who takes sets and throws them into a giant bin of bricks. And then today,
I saw it.
He posts a video of him dropping his Viking Village into the bucket of bricks. And I was like,
what?
I was mortified.
I was too. I'm like, dude, this is your set, man.
Exactly. I mean, it is totally his set, and he drops it into this bucket of shame. And I was like,
it was difficult. It was a difficult time.
It was difficult. And then he had the audacity to tell me on my review of the Fortrex that he still has his crowbar somewhere. I tell you, I love that guy, but he's making it hard. He's making it hard. I'm
gonna tell him that my son saw that video and started working for Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what I got. And then I'm trying to do a little rebuild of something different with my new Hashima, because people were commenting about they wanted to do they thought that the corners would be better if I did something like this, so they were smooth. So I'm trying a different routine and different angle, and trying to make it more stable, because the first version, it just was a little wonky. And even though I don't have to take it for a great distance, I still want to make it a little more stable, try to use less Giddens connections as possible.
Hey.
Do you feel seen? Do you feel attacked?
I know those are Simon Lou connections. You ever held something? He builds pretty fragile. Thank you very much.
Well, I think that's kind of indicative of being a mock builder who does science fictions type stuff in general, because you want to create cool looking things, and oftentimes a one stud connection is required for cool looking things. So
yes, it is.
It is the nature of the beast. But that's all I got going on here in the Troubles Breaking a Full World today.
Gotcha. All right. So when I put the graphic together today, we needed to the one set, and I think it's official that we can show this. We can't show the Avengers Tower. We usually try not to show leaked images, but this came from an official thing. And I will have to say, I have been showing my appreciation and my celebration of the Orient Express now, because I don't own a freaking train and I don't care. But there it is. We have to make sure and make fun of. Here it comes right here. The new Orient Express. Display your passion for the Orient Express. Well, that is not a problem for me. I am already doing so because I don't care. But for those who do care about the Orient Express or Thomas the Train, as if you want to go there, there it is. Are you guys in any way? Did we know this was coming? Was this an idea set or something?
I got nothing.
Yes, it is an idea set.
Is it an idea set?
It says it directly in the picture as well. Lego Ideas right under the Orient Express thing.
Oh, look at this.
We talked about this last night on my chat, and the original idea set was a longer dark gray train or dark green train with a tender, and then a single dining car behind it that was fairly long.
Is there a chicken tender in the dining car?
Yeah, there's like an engine. Sorry, I might have missed that, but there
it was.
You said there was a tender, but I don't want to know if the dining car is a chicken tender. That's what I needed.
Okay,
It's a barbecue tender. It's a barbecue.
And the other thing is based on the base of it, like it's an 8-wide train, and based on the tracks underneath, and the fact that it's a similar black with gray track, people are suspecting it's a 7-wide track again, like the Harry Potter train. One. So people are not happy.
Oh, the train outrage.
Yes.
Oh, the scale battles.
And David
Next
said
thing you know, they'll be
Trains,
putting,
man.
next thing you know, they'll be putting, different color flesh tone characters in city and creator sets.
Yeah.
Your mom is 7-wide.
And David Sinclair.
Wait a minute. This is the appropriate time for us to throw up this splash here. Thank you, Andrasada, for making this and sharing it with me so that I can bring it on here.
We have got to put that on a shirt.
It's going to go on a shirt. I've been waiting for the opportune time to display this, and it is classic.
Well,
You're welcome.
I saw it in the thing. I didn't display it. I thought it was hilarious. Although this comment about ADHD and cleaning, Roomba cleaning, I wander around the house cleaning things until I get stuck or my battery runs out, and that is my life right there.
You feel seen, don't you?
I feel seen.
You're cleaning one room and you go to take something to another room and you see something else that needs to be tidied up. And the next thing you know, you've run out of energy. And the original room you started in, it barely looks any different.
Well, no. So it's a little sidebar house cleaning stories, I guess we're running into. But because my wife has been laid up for health issues for the last couple of years, she will make comments to me sometimes. She's like, you could dust some of the rooms and stuff like that when you go downstairs. And I keep it inside, and I don't do anything with the comments, but I'm like, we spend like a tenth or less of our time in the house on the first floor. So I would be going down there dusting for no one but the cats to see, and then have to turn around and come back down a week or two later and dust again for no one to see. So I am guilty of the fact that I will walk through and go, oh, wow, I should probably clean that. I'll get to it in a month or two. Just because no one's going to see it. My mother-in-law is coming for Thanksgiving, so I will actually have to clean the whole house before she comes. But other than that, there's no reason. Nobody sees it.
I am motivated. I learned news that I can't say who's coming to visit the Atlanta area and when and for why.
Yes.
They will be coming to my house. And the last time they came to my house, I had it in like this perfect order that was so creative. And he was like, this is a cool space. And I'm like, it's not usually like this. It's trash. So
it's not going to be that way again.
So such a creative space. I love it. It's usually a dump hole, but thanks.
My house is the cleanest it's been in weeks, and it is entirely because I had guests over yesterday, one of whom was visiting from England.
That's what happens when you get guests. That makes you do.
That's how you overcome the ADHD Roomba cleaning, is the fear of embarrassment.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great anxiety trumps the ADHD, and you get you in there. So
that's why you need house guests every 3 months, just to keep it honest.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. But anyway, I'm not a trained guy, so obviously, and we'd love to play up the fact that I'm not a trained guy. We're not trained guys and everything. I mean, it looks good. It's yet another set that is from very old times, so they can make color on the outside and the interior brown and leathery or whatever. It kind of seems like it fits more with the retro typewriter or something like that than it does trains and everything. So I don't know. I don't know what it does not appeal to me in any way. I know it's not mine. It's not made for me and everything. It's kind of train boring.
It's a UK market. It's a UK market set. I mean, we don't live in a country where we ride trains on a daily basis. But man, you go to England, you go everywhere in the train. You know, I mean,
I rode so much train in Europe, and coming home and knowing that there is no train to ride just angers me on a deep level.
Well, and Xavier, I know that there's at least one friend set with a tent in it, so that is made for you. So
brilliant.
I just want to say that it almost sounded like riding train was a euphemism, but I know it wasn't.
No, we.
But you know what, though?
Train
All this being said, though, is you are absolutely 100% correct. I wish that, and not to be confused with an Aubrey wish, I wish that the American government, economy, population, culture, whatever, would embrace rail travel and make things like that available for people, because it is
We tore it all out about 50 years ago.
Yeah, because there was enough money coming from Detroit into the government to say, which, by the way, that still amazes me that lobbying is legal. That's just organized crime.
Well,
we have the best government that money can buy, and it's been bought and sold for about 50 years now.
Exactly.
All right. You guys provoked me, but part of the problem is that we are not a densely populated country out of the East and West Coast.
Oh, because
but you think we'd have train going up and down the East and West Coast?
Yeah.
There's no excuse for me to not be able to get on a train in my town and take it to Seattle or Portland. The nearest train station to me is 30 miles north or 30 miles south, which is halfway to either of those cities. So what's the point?
High-speed rail makes perfect sense on the East and West Coast, but it doesn't make sense to have high-speed rail through Omaha because there's just not many people in Omaha.
I don't even care. I don't even care about across the country. I'm talking about in my own freaking city. I mean, the fact that the government, the different counties are so, money hungry against each other. We can't have MARTA go up beyond Sandy Springs, or we can't have it go up beyond Doraville, because 90% of the freaking population who works in downtown Atlanta lives in North Atlanta. I mean, it's just
no. There's no train. There's no train in Cobb County. It don't hit this edge, bro.
Exactly. So. And therefore we would take, I can get from my house to downtown Atlanta.
But people love their car.
No, listen to this. I can get to downtown Atlanta in 45 minutes on a Sunday morning at 9 a.m. because there's no traffic. Now, you put me to Monday morning at 9 a.m. and it will take me 2.5 hours to get downtown.
That's why you have to leave at 6.
Or I have to wake up.
Let me
when the dogs are barking. Yeah, I know.
Let me do my best impression and quote about trains. You ready? People train don't run out of Wichita. People train runs out of Stubbville. There you go. Thank you very much.
There you go. Very nice.
Points in the chat if you know where that quote's from. So,
by the way, it's almost time for that movie to become
relevant. It is. Actually, that's my second favorite quote. My first favorite quote: "She's wiry, but she's strong. Her last baby came out sideways. She didn't scream or nothing."
And speaking of time, there's 2 minutes before Lego Master starts.
I know it is an hour. It is 2 minutes.
There's 2 minutes before I need to go down and watch the Detroit Red Wings.
It felt good to get my tirade about train system Atlanta. That felt good.
But, yeah. But there is a whole density issue in North America that does make the cost very different.
So, but the thing is, though, that it makes it so much easier for us to take the money that is going into the Detroit car manufacturers and the gasoline companies that would actually make life actually cheaper for us if we had mass transit and we didn't have to keep pumping gas. Pollution.
Cars are popular with voters.
You're right. You're right. And you know why? Because there's no good mass transit. So therefore, that's our only option. And therefore, that's how we live.
People love cars in America. That's part of the problem.
That's only because they've never been to Europe and have never ridden a train.
Exactly.
Them there and we need to send them all to Europe for a week. They will all come back and demand trains.
Exactly.
We were sold a bill of goods when I was a kid. They said I would have a jetpack by now, and we don't. So there were no trains because I was getting a jetpack.
The other issue is they don't have suburban sprawl in Europe. So they just build taller. So there's a whole lot of people live in London and they live in Barcelona. If you look at the square footage of how much land area a European city with the same population and compare it to an American city, we are so spread out compared to your average European.
This is the same gaslighting they've used to convince us of this bullshit for the last 40 years.
And it's exactly the same reason why we don't have mass transit, because we are so sprawled out that it makes more sense to go ahead and give us mass transit.
But people want yards. People don't want to live in high-rise apartments.
But I don't care to live in a high-rise apartment.
We got to go. It is time for Lego Masters. This will keep on going. But of all of us here, none of us really care about the train set. Maybe Jeff does, and if you do, more power to you. But I don't see it. All right.
I would
Good
say
night,
it's the
everybody.
sort of
We
thing
will
that
see you on
people like
Monday
that
with Lego Masters coverage. Good night. Good night.